Pembrokeshire is the UK's only coastal national park, where beaches and coves punctuate nearly 200 miles of cliffs. The beauty of Pembrokeshire hasn't gone unnoticed, and in recent years the amount of visitors to the area has been growing. Now, as lockdown loosens, this summer businesses are expecting more bookings than ever.
So welcome to Ramsey Island.
My guide Fionn has worked on the waters around Ramsey Island for over 20 years.
This is the largest gull in the world. It's the greater blackback gull. I've seen one eat a rabbit whole live down in one. They have also been known to take Yorkshire Terriers, so definitely not one to be messed with.
Seagulls are pretty intimidating though, aren't they? So.
At nearly 400 feet in places, the western cliffs on the island are some of the highest in Wales, making it one of the best places for birdwatching in the UK. 25 years ago, an oil tanker spilled 72,000 tonnes of oil into these waters, turning beaches black and killing thousands of seabirds. This devastating event spurred on locals to develop a marine code for visitors.
Part of the problem is other water users who aren't used to the area, don't know the wildlife, and it's not knowing about it, so not knowing that they may be disturbing it.
The code encourages visitors to plan ahead, reduce speed and keep their distance from wildlife. In recent years, this stretch of coastline has made a name for itself as one of the best places in the world to go coasteering, which is essentially scrambling along the cliffs.
It's hard to put a date on when coasteering started. I'm sure it's been happening for hundreds of years, but we were the first company to provide it as a commercial activity. So we made it more accessible to people and gave anybody essentially the opportunity to come and see what the coastline around here has got to offer, because we know how important they are, especially after the lockdowns, the difference that being outside can make. We just need to make sure that we're not abusing those spaces and that we're really looking after them.
I've never done this before, so get me in that water.
There's no way I could have done that without my hands. I need more confidence.
As well as performing backflips, Sam was also an expert on the local geology and wildlife.
Now these are quite cool fish because they don't have scales.
Then it was back into the waves for the big finale.
I can't believe I was looking at these cliffs and now I'm in there.
Sam had one last jump in store for me.
That was so high, I think on the way down. This is real adrenaline junkie stuff, and it's not just about, you know, jumping off the cliffs and getting in the water. There's so much information, so much nature and wildlife, and Sam is so good at breaking it down to the experience, mixing with the kind of crazy sport element and just learning. Honestly, I could do this all day.
The Travel Show, your essential guide wherever you're heading, every weekend on BBC World News.